Hey guys, Mr. Everything here, back with another movie review video, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing Aquaman. Alright, so just a few things right off the top real quick. So for you guys that are new here, the screen you guys are looking at, yes, this is the thumbnail for the video, but don't worry, you're not going to be looking at the screen the whole video. I'm going to be adding clips and images from the film, and also I like to do my reviews. I like to talk about the cast, the story, get some of my positives, some of my negatives, and then give my score. Alright, so just starting off with the cast, so obviously this stars Jason Momoa as Aquaman, you got Amber Heard as Mira, Patrick Wilson as Orm or Ocean Master, William Dafoe as Volko, and many more. In the story of this film, I'm assuming you guys probably already know it, but if you haven't watched any of the trailers, basically Aquaman, he's living on the land and he has to assume the throne and become the leader of his people and the hero that everybody needs. And just starting off with the positives, my first one would be is that this film is super fun. This film is just, non-stop action, just super fun. And some more positives I would say, I thought the cast was great. Jason Momoa as Aquaman, this guy is just perfect casting, and I recommend you guys watch a couple interviews with him or just go to his social media like his Instagram or something. He is just like his character. Like, he's basically Arthur Curry. He has the same personalities, the same gestures, that same sort of surfer boy vibe to him, and I just love that about him. You don't necessarily have to relate to your characters, but the fact that he is very similar to his character obviously helps with the film. And the rest of the cast did a great job as well. Obviously Amber Heard, I thought Patrick Wilson was great as Orm, and speaking of the villains, I thought the villains were great as well. Both of the villains in this film, Ocean Master and Black Manta, I thought they were great. You understood their motivations, you got where they were coming from, and I just love the action scenes as well. They were done in that really unique sort of James Wan way, as well as all the underwater scenes. They were just super beautiful and just so well shot. Just going back to the fun thing, it's just a fun film. It's nothing super groundbreaking, which I guess jumping into my negatives. My big two negatives I would say is, my first one is that it is a little bit too fun. It does kind of get a little silly, and there's a few moments in the film which I'm not going to spoil them. Yeah, just overall I just thought, if they kind of balanced it out just a little bit more, not that the film is unbalanced or anything, but just from start to finish, when you guys see the film, it is just kind of like a fun ride. It's not like super groundbreaking, emotional, like it's not a Dark Knight. Basically, it's not like a Dark Knight or any other realistic comic book film you guys can think of. This film is just very laid back and very fun. So when they do try to have those emotional scenes, it doesn't pay off as well just because you've been having this fun ride the whole movie. And when they try to stop and have those emotional scenes, I just don't think they pulled it off that well just because the whole film is so fun. And I thought they were very smart in making this film a fun film, because they could have easily made this film just like every other serious comic book film. It would have been just like those films. And I like that they did a different approach, and I thought it worked for them. It wasn't the greatest decision, but it definitely wasn't the worst either. Get into my second negative. I'm not gonna lie, while watching this film, I kind of thought to myself, this does feel kind of familiar. I do feel like I've watched this before. You kind of get Black Panther vibes in here, Wonder Woman, even a little bit of Thor. Black Panther with Wakanda sort of challenging to the throne. Aquaman is challenging King Orm. Wonder Woman where Themyscira sort of like this hidden race of people, and you even got a little bit of Thor in here. You kind of have Thor and Loki, where you have the two brothers. Loki is the more jealous, envious brother to the more heroic, powerful brother, which is Thor. You kind of got a little bit of that with Arthur and Orm. You even got a little bit of Man of Steel in here, where you got Krypton, where yet again it's like that race of people where they're sort of isolated on their own turf and they're sort of battling with the human race. And yeah, it is sort of similar to all those films, and I guess you could say that's a negative to those films as well. I don't think it's like a huge negative to the film. I just did find that it was very familiar, but I thought it was different in a way that it took a fun approach. Whereas Wonder Woman and Black Panther and even Man of Steel, they all took, more serious approaches to that. This film took a more fun approach, which I did kind of respect that. So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed Aquaman, and I'm going to give Aquaman a C+. So yeah, I'm going to give it a C+, you guys. And the reason I didn't give it a B or an A was yet again because, I thought it was sort of repetitive throughout the whole movie. It was just kind of like a fun ride. Not that that's a huge negative. I loved it. I loved that it was a fun ride. I did still really enjoy myself, and I thought it was a good film. I don't think it was great. I didn't think it was mind-blowing. Whereas Black Panther or Wonder Woman, I thought those were great films, and they had good emotion, and they also had good humor. I just thought this whole film was kind of just like humor and fun, but I still enjoyed it. So yeah, when you guys get the chance to see Aquaman, or if you guys have already seen it, comment down below and give me your thoughts on it. Be sure to like, subscribe if you guys are new. Check out my other movie review videos, Aquaman videos, and have a great rest of your day. Alright, bye guys.